And today I'll be playing you guys the infinite pool of experience and awareness, but in piano format. And the sixth book in it is a book of poetry called Lucius. So I'll start off with a poem tonight called Instant Gratification. To be instantly gratified is a new thing indeed. With phones and texts, we all have new seed. Facebook and Twitter, Instagram too, all these things supposedly equal you. I saw your post. Oh, you're amazing. It's all a joke. The real man is blazing. He does not care for the instant like because he's without surface on an epic hike. One that takes a while, maybe years to achieve. Instant gratification he sees no reason to believe. To be gratified instantly might give you pleasure, no doubt, but as quickly as it came, it'll run out with a shout. Like a flicker of fire, your praise has been delivered. Like a flicker of fire, your praise has been severed. Deeds that take a while surely pass the test. Spiritual gratification is what makes us feel best. These deeds are pure, and gratification not instant. With no buttons or service, it comes when we listen. Our bodies have great service. Our minds are tethered in. Like our physical internet, we can all be tapped in. The universe is our internet, and our hearts are our like buttons. So show like to another as if they were your brother. True gratification and mental and spiritual ease is all at our fingertips and even cheaper than cheese. So simply walk your line and make your day's way. For instant is not natural to man's early day. And so I like to call this first song The Big Bang. And basically, it's a new way of looking at the Big Bang. And one way to think of it is that you could consider it the moment when the universe first collided with time. And at that moment, you could say a ball of energy or glob of energy orbiting a black hole hit a certain distance. And you could say the delta wave was awakened. Over time, that energy drifts inward and inward and inward, hitting different harmonics of experience, creating denser and denser conscious experiences to harmonize with. And so after delta comes theta, after theta comes alpha, beta, slow and fast gamma. And then once that energy finally hits 1/4 the original diameter, a new wave is awakened. Alpha and beta. Once we find our centers, we tend to pace about them. It's just what happens. parts and the lower verse, actually the less dense. But it's not that important right now. What's really cool, and this comes out of the second book in the series, that's called The Liquid Light State Universe, and it introduces the mind, body, and spirit diagrams. And what we learn about is posture control and healing others through our posture control. And basically during processional alignments and in rough times, you could say, people get caught up into spirals of delusion. And it's up to those that are connected to the greater flows to reach out with a helping hand and help pull them out of their spirals. And so this song is called Hold My Hand. And so, when is there, right? When is there to do the thing that you know is true and what's right for you, I guess. Like, the future is kind of an illusionary thing, like saying you'll do that in the future. What you mean is you'll do that after you've finished completing a couple spirals of delusion that you've projected and already said you would finish. So like, there really is only right now. I mean, this is from the 5th dimension, but it shows how your now, right, exists in the past and in the future, and that there really is only right now. That's the premises of this song. So what's interesting to me, though, is like the concept of dreamland and the 5th dimensional vortex, and how we only really perceive the now waking universe in an alpha, beta, and slow gamma state of consciousness. But when you're in delta and theta, what are you actually doing? Like, where do you go? And just from the way I see it is you kind of go into dreamland. That's conscious creation of delta and theta brainwaves. And those are actually tuned to different diameters within the vortex of time. It's actually the energy of our wake state, but before it hits it. So it's like going into a realm that distorts the energy before hitting our wake state. And what's interesting is that I first heard this song, the one that I'm about to play, in a dream, and I had the vibe, the feeling, I could say, after I woke up, that was saying, you will play this at the Smithsonian Museum. And so I practiced and practiced and practiced and played the song over and over, and then it happened. I ended up playing it 7 years later underground at the Ripley Center on their grand piano after giving a lecture on innovation and creativity. And I ended up concluding that lecture with a poem. And I guess I'll read that poem right now. Or I have it memorized, so I'll just say it. I stand here today, simply a man, humbled and happy to be part of this plan. I was asked, what's innovation to me? You want me to inspire global creativity? Sure thing, no problem, that's a simple task. No deed too difficult, it's clear as glass. People are already creative, and people have already achieved. Everything we've ever done is truly great indeed. We all have the mind, we all have the spirit, we all have the heart inside to create a future that's safe. People are born with it, and it's natural as can be, but money and mass media may intimidate thee. Do I look cute? Am I too fat? Will she like it if I do that? Be fearless, I say. Who cares what they think? They want to make money just off the weak. But what if it doesn't work? And what if it doesn't go my way? What if they say and no one wants to play? Again, no worries, change is a blessing. Learn to let go, it's a valuable lesson. Live today, today, and tomorrow, tomorrow, and don't be blinded by a future that may or may not be sorrow. Instead, grab hold and seize the day. Be happy and bold and ready to play. And so I call this song Classical Lucius. And so what's one thing that we all share on this planet? Other than breath, I guess you could say it's a heartbeat. So this next one's kind of like the heartbeat of humanity. Alright, so now everybody's good, right? It's like, we've all had our fun time there or whatever. It's time to have some fun. So here we go. there you go. That's it for tonight. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for joining. See ya.